Why not you? You've seen them, right? Those people who seem to achieve the impossible. The ones who start with nothing and somehow end up with everything. You've watched them, heard their stories, and wondered, why can't that be me? But here's the thing. Why not you? You see, everything starts with belief. A belief in yourself. And that's the hardest part, isn't it? Doubt creeps in, whispering in your ear. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? But what if, just for a moment, you silence those doubts? What if you give yourself the chance to see that the only thing standing in your way is you? Every person you admire, every success story you've heard, those people, they were once exactly where you are right now. Think about Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Do you know he was cut from his high school basketball team? Can you imagine how crushing that was for him, being told he wasn't good enough? But he didn't give up. He didn't let that rejection define him. Instead, he used it as fuel to work harder, to practice longer. He chose to believe that he could be great. And now millions of people look up to him. It wasn't just basketball. It's true for inventors too. Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb, failed over 1,000 times before he finally succeeded. 1,000 failures. Most people would give up after 5, maybe 10 tries. But not Edison. He believed in what he was doing, believed in his ability to find the answer. And guess what? He changed the world. But their journeys weren't easy, were they? Just like your journey won't be. Let me tell you, there will be obstacles. Big ones. Maybe you'll try to reach your goal. And at first, things will go great. You'll feel unstoppable. But then out of nowhere, something happens. You fall. Maybe it's a failure at school, a project that doesn't go well, or someone tells you, you can't do it. And it feels like everything stops. This is where most people quit. They hit that first wall and they think, maybe they were right. Maybe I can't do it after all. But you're not most people. You're stronger than that. And guess what? You're going to fall again. It's part of the process. Every time you fall, every time you hit a setback, that's life testing you. It's asking, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to keep going when it's hard, when it's lonely, when it feels like everything is working against you? Now imagine this. You're running up a steep hill, your legs burning, out of breath, your heart pounding in your chest. Every part of you wants to stop, wants to give up. But then you remember why you started. You picture yourself at the top of that hill, standing tall, looking out at everything you've accomplished. The journey isn't easy, but the view from the top, that makes it all worth it. There's a story about J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. Before her books became a global phenomenon, she was rejected by different publishers. 12. They all told her that no one would want to read a story about a boy wizard, but she didn't give up. She kept sending her book out, kept believing in her story, and eventually one publisher took a chance on her. And now, millions of children and adults have fallen in love with the magical world she created. Can you imagine if she had quit after that 10th rejection, or even the 11th? We wouldn't have Harry, Hermione, Ron, or Hogwarts. But she didn't quit. She believed in herself, in her story, and look what she achieved. Now, back to you. Think about your own dreams, your own goals. Maybe it's something small right now, like getting better at math, learning a new skill, or making more friends. Or maybe it's something huge, like becoming a doctor, an artist, an athlete, or an entrepreneur. Whatever it is, your journey will have hurdles. But each of those hurdles is a chance for you to grow stronger. Let's imagine one right now. You're working hard, chasing your dream of becoming a scientist, and one day you hit a massive setback. Maybe a big experiment fails. You've spent weeks working on it, and now it feels like all that effort was wasted. You're frustrated, upset, and the doubt starts creeping in again. What if I'm just not smart enough? But then you remember Thomas Edison and his 1,000 failures. You remember that it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. You dust yourself off. You start over. And this time maybe you tweak something, change one small thing, and suddenly it works. All that struggle, all those moments of doubt, now they feel worth it. Success is a journey, not a destination. It's a series of steps, some forward, some back. And the only way to fail is to stop walking. As long as you keep moving, keep believing, you will find your way. You will face challenges. You will face moments where you feel like giving up. But always remember, why not you? When you start doubting yourself, remember the people who came before you, who faced impossible odds and overcame them. And know that one day, someone will look at you the same way and wonder how you did it. And the answer will be simple. You believed in yourself, you kept going, and you never gave up. So, why not you? Why not you? Because the truth is, there's no reason it can't be you. Every great success story started with someone just like you, sitting where you are now, wondering if they had what it took. And the only difference between those who made it and those who didn't, the ones who made it kept going. That's your challenge. Keep going, even when it's hard, even when it feels impossible. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that every struggle, every setback, every moment of doubt, it was all leading you to this, your success story.